I'm Tate, and today I'm going to be talking about why I never clamp my workpiece down on my drill press. But first, I have to take my drill press out of my workshop. So I keep getting asked, why don't I put a clamp on my workpiece when I'm drilling into it on my drill press? And there are a few reasons for that. My main reason is just convenience. It's very difficult on this design of drill press to get a clamp to clamp down the material, because there's no clamping points besides the edge of the table of the drill press because it's hollow. I think people's main concern about me not clamping my board down when I'm drilling into it is that the drill bit may bite on the wood and it'll go spinning around like this and the world will end or something. That's not true, especially for my drill press. I'm the one who's been operating this drill press and you've never even seen it until now. It's still important for me to stress that please clamp down your work if you can. It could be disastrous depending on a few factors like how powerful your drill press is, how long your workpiece is, how much your drill is wobbling, and things like that. My first argument with this point is how powerful my drill press is. It's not very powerful at all. This drill press is 1/3 horsepower, which is very underpowered for a drill press. Ideally, I would have a 2 horsepower drill press. This is the drill press I have. So, it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me that if I have 20 times mechanical advantage with a long board like this, leverage, that this drill press magically rip it out of my hands. Well, even with 0 times mechanical advantage, I can still stall this drill press by grabbing the chuck while it's spinning on its highest torque. So if I have a board this long, there is no way of this board spinning. One of the advantages of using a drill press is you get lots of mechanical advantage from leverage, which allows you to bore holes with ease. And pushing down on the work hard stops it from spinning. It acts as a clamp itself. I'll hold this board down to this scale while I pull on this lever, and I'll show you how high the force gets in kilograms. So with this scale, with me just pulling down usual force, it maxed out at 120 kilograms. That's even more powerful than a clamp. But I still hear you argue, what if magically this drill press would rip it out of your hands? Well, I have an argument to that too. So in the worst possible situation, I'm drilling into a piece of metal and I'm pressing down hard on it, and my drill press is wobbling. Even in those situations, it would still be safe. But to make it safer, there's a few ways of doing that. Firstly, you can tighten all 3 notches on your drill press. That reduces wobble quite a bit. Secondly, you can add a drop of cutting oil to where you're drilling. That helps out a lot. And thirdly, Just hold on to this. Now I'll drill for you. I won't even hold on to this workpiece. It grabbed a bit at the end, but as you can see, but even with me letting go completely of this workpiece, it still stood in the same spot. And it's rare that you'll drill through steel this hard with a drill press. So I don't believe that on a small drill press like this that it can grab the workpiece out of your hands, especially if you're just drilling into wood. There are a couple of things that makes your drill press more likely to grab your workpiece and fly it. Number one is having a more powerful drill press. Number two is using a bigger drill bit like a spade bit or a Forstner bit. Number three is drilling into harder materials. Number four is having a wobbly drill press. And number five is drilling too fast. Even though I've completely proved you wrong, I still hear you say, what if accuracy matters? Won't you get better, more accurate cuts on a drill press if you clamp your workpiece down because it won't shift around? Well, if accuracy really matters, I just turn on the laser feature. And I can see precisely where I'm drilling. So maybe if you're a metal worker who uses their drill press all the time without cutting oil on its fast speed, without tightening all the jaws on the chuck, maybe you can put a clamp on it just to make you happy, but it won't make much of a difference, especially if you have a low-powered drill press like mine. So really, you have to come up with a better excuse to tell us why we need to clamp down our workpiece. Like, if you don't clamp your workpiece down, aliens will come from the sky and eat your brains. See you next time.